what part of the Meiji Reformation exactly helped Japan mobilize for this war? Because, okay, the population is literate, you have institutions for having political say, but like how exactly does that help you have more people go to the front?
I don't know the answer, but I know Japanese, I mean, talk about a culture that's about detail, about hard work, about service to the emperor, right? I've done in your earlier podcast series a whole series about Bushido, that they're imbued with service to the emperor, and that if you go in wars, you win them. And so that's part of their culture. Now, Russians don't also don't like being messed with when people invade them, but this time they're invading other people in an irrelevant part of the empire. And it's at a time when Russia is trying to industrialize itself, but they haven't put enough money into their education system. So they have a bunch of illiterate troops running around. And let's face it, how can you read any of the manuals or do anything? Oh, yeah, and some of their generals. One of them didn't know what a howitzer was, one of the guys who's planning stuff, and he can't read maps. The level of incompetence of having royal favorites in your officer corps, well, they make these decisions. Also, there's split command in the Russo-Japanese War. So there's General Kuropatkin, who is the professional, who's actually had fought in the Ottomans, and so but those are colonial wars, and he'd won some of those. He's a professional, but then Admiral Alexeyev, who's the illegitimate son of, I can't remember which czar, and a favorite uncle, I believe, of Nicholas II, he's out there, and no one knows who's actually in command, except the royal favorite is probably the better bet. And so Kuropatkin wants to not engage the Japanese until they're way inland because he wants to extend their lines and then clobber them. And all these aristocrats who don't know what they're talking about say, no, we're not going to let these racial inferiors do whatever. We're going to take them on immediately. Well, okay, try that. Kuropatkin's strategy probably would have worked. Just bring them on inland and let them enjoy it, like Napoleon Bonaparte. You want to get to Moscow? Have at it. Then and try winter in Moscow.
If you enjoyed this clip, you can watch the full episode here and subscribe for more clips. Thanks.